Now on CoastTV News.
I'm Christina DeRobertis, live from Newark outside gubernatorial candidate Bethany Hallong's campaign office.
I'm Charlie Sakaitis, live at what will be the watch party for candidate Matt Meyer running for governor.
Active at the polls, Sussex County's part in the Delaware primaries.
And hopefully you'll enjoy your comfortable, friendly sunshine as you're enjoying your golf game, because things are terrific for right now, weather-wise.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with a Delaware primary election, ugly at all levels. We begin tonight with coverage of one of the most bitter races, the fight for Democratic nominee for governor. One of the front runners in the race is the Democratic nomination, specifically Lieutenant Governor Bethany Hallong. And that is where CoastTV News anchor Christina DeRobertis joins us live there in Newark. Christina, you're at her campaign office.
Well, Maddie, Bethany Hallong has been part of the Delaware political scene for more than 2 decades. She's won seats in the state house, in the state senate, and she's served as lieutenant governor since 2017. But this race is especially fierce, possibly one of the most competitive in her career. And you could argue this primary election may be more competitive than the general election. Many people expect the Democratic nominee to win in November. Delawareans have elected a Democrat as governor every 4 years since 1993. Now, Hallong has secured some key endorsements from current Delaware Governor John Carney, from all Democratic leadership in the state legislature, but she has faced some scrutiny over the past few months about some discrepancies in her campaign finances. Coast TV asked her about it this week, and here's what she had to say.
I think my record's there, my vision's clear, my transparency couldn't be and been more wide open. But the bullseye that's falsely on my back with the false attacks, that needs to stop.
Well, we'll be joining Hallong and her team at a watch party a little bit later tonight. We'll have more live coverage coming up at 6 and 11 o'clock. For now, I'm Christina DeRobertis, live in Newark, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Christina. Now let's transition to the opposition for Lieutenant Governor Hallong. That's Newcastle County Executive Matt Meyer. Coast TV News anchor Charlie Sakaitis is live in Wilmington at the Meyer Watch Party. Charlie, a busy day up and down the state.
Maddie, the gubernatorial candidate race is the one to watch. As you can see behind me, though, nobody's here yet for Matt Meyer. That's going to open up in about an hour, around 6 o'clock. But voters have been going to the polls all day long, casting their ballots. And again, this is the big race to watch. You can actually see right now, we're just starting to get some folks walking in with us that are supporters of Meyer. This has been a very active campaign. A lot of, accusations being made on both sides. Some of the flyers that have gone out against Hallong talking about her past campaign finances. And then if you look at this flyer here against candidate Matt Meyer, there are accusations that he has sent money to the Republican Party in the past, that he wants to raise taxes, and also a dispute over sexual harassment allegations. Now, important to point out, those allegations were not against Meyer himself. They were about handling of allegations. And as you heard from Hallong, who tried to move past some of the mud that has been slung already, Matt Meyer trying to do the same thing, hoping that voters will see him the way he believes he is.
What these outside PACs and my opponent is doing is they're sending out texts and things that make up stories about us. You just hope the public out there is smart enough to say, no, we want to look at policy. We're actually going to research this and see what's right for the future of our state.
Some of the polling that has come out on this race has Meyer ahead. The website 538 had him in front in mid-August, but that was their latest update, and that's still a couple weeks back. Things can have changed in the interim time period, so everybody here waiting and hoping for the ones that are his supporters, hoping to see that those numbers play out. We're going to be following this all night long, but for now, I'm Charlie Sakaitis, live in Wilmington for Coast TV News.
Charlie, thank you. And while the Democratic primary for governor is massive, statistically, Delaware is a heavily Democratic state. So it's likely Tuesday's Democratic winner will be the next governor. Here's some stats for you. In the last race for governor in 2020, 68% of voters in that election overall voted for Democrats. In the governor's race specifically, Carney won 85% of the vote. There is still, however, a three-way race for the Republican nominee for governor. First is House Minority Speaker Mike Ramone. He is viewed as the Republican frontrunner, the House Minority Leader. He has represented the Pike Creek area in Newcastle County since 2008. Also running as a Republican is Bobby Williamson. He's a Bridgeville business owner. Williamson, you might remember, came under fire recently for comments during a debate referring to immigrants as thugs and nomads. When asked about this by CoastTV, Williamson declined to comment. And the final name on the Republican ballot for governor is Jerry Price. He is a retired New York police officer. The political newcomer moved to Delaware 20 years ago, working with Rehoboth Police. Another race that we are tracking tonight that has some extra drama in the Democratic primary is for State House District 14. It's an open seat in this election cycle. It's long been held by Democrat Pete Schwarzkopf, who announced last year he would not seek re-election and instead retire. It's a district that covers Rehoboth Beach, and that is where we find CoastTV News anchor Matt Pensick. Matt, Schwarzkopf is not shy about saying who he's backing. He's endorsing former state auditor Kathy McGinnis.
Not shy at all, Maddie. In fact, I spoke with Pete Schwarzkopf about 2 weeks ago. He's very pro Kathy McGinnis. He's also very anti-Claire Snidel Hall, and that's part of the drama you just mentioned. Also, there's the fact that McGinnis in 2022 was convicted of that misdemeanor charge on conflict of interest, and that played a big role, that trial that year, in her attempt to win re-election for state auditor. It was an attempt that ultimately failed. Now, what I want to do now is take a look at some of the vote totals from that primary election just 2 years ago for state auditor. She was facing Lydia York. York eventually won. But if you look at this, McGinnis lost statewide by about 42 percentage points. But if you dig a little deeper, break it down, just for District 14, which is the district she is running in this primary election, she lost by an even wider margin. So the question is now, 2 years later, how do voters view Kathy McGinnis? Now, since that trial, she had 2 convictions tossed out, and it is a very different landscape that she's running in this time. Now, coming up at 6, we will hear from all 3 candidates, and they will discuss a topic that, well, we're all very familiar with, development. For now, I'm Matt Pensick, live in Rehoboth Beach, CoastTV News.
Matt, thank you. Mariner Middle School in Milton is just one of several voting locations in Sussex County. You can see on your screen now, voters were active today. A poll manager actually said 19% of registered voters voted today. That's up from 16% a couple of years ago. Voting began at 7 a.m., ends at 8 p.m. So again, tune in to CoastTV News at 6 and 11 and on our website for the latest on the primary. And that takes us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, are you voting today in the primary election? Let's take a look at the results. Look at your screen. You can see so far 43% say yes, 29% say no, and 28% say they voted early. If you haven't voted yet, you can still vote at coasttvnews.com or on our mobile app. It is debate night in Philly. The high-stakes debate between former President Trump and Vice President Harris could be a make-or-break moment in this razor-tight race. Expect the former president to paint Harris as a flip-flopper who is too progressive as the vice president, a former prosecutor. She'll also make the case that Trump is dangerous and a threat to democracy. NBC's Alice Barr takes us to the pre-debate scene in Philadelphia.
As former President Trump and Vice President Harris prepare to meet for the first time on a Philadelphia debate stage, each is looking for a breakthrough moment to shift the neck-and-neck race.
How are you feeling?
For the vice president, no bigger stage to reintroduce herself, as new polling shows more than a quarter of those surveyed need to learn more about her.
Hopefully she gets some tough questions and then can answer some questions, and maybe I can change my mind.
The former president's task, many allies and supporters say, to keep his cool and focus on policy.
What he's going to do and how he's going to do it, and stay away from trying to pick Harris.
In mock debate prep, sources tell NBC News the Harris team zeroed in on ways to try to needle Mr. Trump into an outburst and studied past debate clips. He largely kept his composure during the Trump-Biden debate that turned the race on its head 75 days ago. Previewing his approach today, former President Trump telling NBC News Vice President Harris has changed all her policies over the years and is no longer believable. He'll look to cast her as both more of the same and too far to the left in attacks over immigration and the economy. The one-time prosecutor preparing to push back.
We should be prepared for the fact that he is not burdened by telling the truth.
Supporters hoping she'll take the former president head on.
I want her to fact-check him if she can, or challenge his untruths.
While working to defend her record in the Biden administration and define her own path forward. In Philadelphia, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Coast TV will have full coverage of the presidential debate tonight. That begins at 8 p.m. The debate is scheduled to begin at 9. Join us afterwards for full Delaware primary results. Let's go ahead and take a live look right now outside into Milford as we check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Maddie. And so this primary day, Mother Nature is cooperating fully, nothing but blue skies and calm conditions. Now, in Laurel, courtesy of our Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam, we're at 81 degrees, about 2 degrees below the norm for this time of the year. And we're going to drop down to about 70 degrees in clear skies when the polls close. Then we'll drop down into the 60s. So it'll become really chilly after you're done with all of your civic duty. We actually cooled down to 53 degrees this morning, not quite down to 41, which is the record low, but 63 is the norm. So we're 10 degrees below the norm, but that's okay. We are far away from setting any records, and we are clear for right now, and clear is how we will indeed stay. Maddie, coming up, we'll be talking about just how much sunshine we can ride till we get to the weekend.
Paul, thank you. Still to come, inlet parking lot closure. We'll show you why Ocean City is doing that. Up next.
Carrington Raceway and Casino and Bet Rivers have come together to give you Delaware's must-play online casino and sportsbook, featuring hundreds of exciting slots and table games. Plus, with non-stop sports betting action, you'll know you're where winners play. Sign up now and we'll cover 24 hours of casino losses, up to $250. Or get a second chance sports bet up to $250. Bet Rivers and Harrington Raceway and Casino. It's where winners play. Download the app today.
Brian was injured in an accident. He wasn't sure how he would get a lawyer because he was out of work and had no income and didn't know how he'd pay. But Brian called us. We took his case on a contingent fee basis. He didn't pay 1 penny until he got his settlement. Lesson of the story, if you've been injured in an accident, you may be able to hire a lawyer now but pay later. Folks, tip the scales of justice in your favor. Call Schwartz & Schwartz today.
For more than a decade, Farxiga has been trusted again and again and again. Ask your doctor about Farxiga.
Don't miss your big shot at huge winning with Ocean Downs Red Cup Riches. Every Sunday, Wednesday, and Saturday in September, 5 Club Ocean members will be selected each hour to play supersized Pong to win free play. Ocean Downs Casino, where the fun shines.
Join us for the Kick Off the Savings sales event
at Boulevard Ford Lincoln in Lewis and Georgetown.
This month, save over $9,000 off MSRP on the new Ford F-150 XLT.
With a massive selection across the entire Preston network, you're sure to find the perfect fit for your needs.
Hop online and visit boulevardauto.com to see our entire inventory. Don't miss out on this great sales event at Boulevard Ford Lincoln in Georgetown and Lewis.
Cars cost less with Preston.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
Parking in downtown Ocean City, it might be getting even harder than you think. Ocean City Town Council released a statement this week warning locals and vacationers. The inlet parking lot is closing due to all the events coming to town, starting off with OC Bike Fest, then Ocean's Calling, and the First Year Country Calling. All of that is ending with the Endless Summer Cruise and event, but one vacationer was disappointed to see this inlet lot closed during his stay.
So we were actually going to park here. We had to park 4 or 5 blocks away. Those lots are actually now full momentarily after we park, so the next group is keep going out further.
If you're planning on attending one of these events, Ocean City says get there extra early for parking, or you could even take the bus, Paul.
The bus indeed. Listen, we're going to bus in some extra cloud cover by Thursday and Friday, but we're going to stick with the sunshine on Wednesday in Cambridge. We're going from 80 to 79 and busing our way back to cloudy skies and 80 degrees Friday in Crisfield. Your full forecast is riding by, so stick around so you can catch.
The unit that I have is 19 years old, so I knew I was on borrowed time. Well, I called Above and Beyond, and Sean came out. He looked at the unit, he called around the house. At no time did I ever feel pressure to buy anything, and he also told me about some other great deals that were going on. Free financing, a rebate, and energy credits. They showed up on time to come put the unit. This is fabulous. It's not this cling clang again. It was so quiet. They're a small company, but they do go above and beyond.
The days are hot and so are the deals at Tyndall's Casual Furniture. Don't miss out on our sizzling summer sales event. Visit our showrooms in Laurel and Lewis where all in-stock items are marked down store-wide. It's the perfect time to transform your outdoor space without the weight of special ordering. Shop brands like Casual Comfort, Pollywood, Telescope Casual, North Cape, Kettler, and more. Enjoy immediate pickup or opt for our white glove delivery. And shop our everyday low prices as Delmarva's exclusive authorized Pollywood dealer. It's all happening now during the Tyndall's Casual Furniture Sizzling Summer Sales event.
Hi, I'm Glenn Mandalis.
And I'm Chase Brockstead.
Doing things the right way and exceeding our clients' expectations have always been the cornerstones of our practice.
Case by case, one client at a time, we stayed committed to our goals and methodically built our team. We handle cases big and small, and we are proud to say that we have recovered more than $1 billion for our clients.
With the right lawyers, justice isn't a promise, it's a guarantee. Here's Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
RightLawyersRightNow.com.
18 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow, all thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah,
and they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
Download the CoastTV News app on your Apple or Android devices.
To be quite honest, Picasso couldn't have painted a better picture when you take a look at the skyline that we're enjoying right now. The gradient from dark to light is just absolutely spectacular. And it looks like we're going to continue to enjoy that nice kind of situation for the next day or two. Now, our Hershey's exterior camera indicating in Ocean City. Right now, we're holding at a nice, comfortable 74 degrees, dew point temperature in the 60s, and the winds at about 7 miles per hour. Clear skies, that's going to be pretty much what we expect for the rest of the night, thanks to high pressure still in full control of our weather. And we'll drop to 69 degrees by the time the polls close, and then down to 68 by the time we get to, let's say, 9 o'clock. So when we take a gander to this morning, we started at about 53 degrees. Now that's well below the 60s, which is where we're supposed to be, not near the record low, so we didn't go crazy, all right? But much cooler than usual, 51 for the low, actually, in Salisbury. Here, let me show you the stats to back that up. See, here we go. 63 is where we're supposed to be. 53 is where we ended up, but 41 is what we avoided. By the way, the high today, a couple of degrees, well, 3 to be exact, above the norm for this time of year at 354. Our live radar showing not only are we void of any kind of rain, precipitation, but we're not even seeing cloud cover right now, hence the wonderful skyline. The reason why? Dominance of high pressure in our immediate area, to our south, to our north, to our far west. We're just enjoying high pressure all over the place. So temperatures in the 80s, 85 in Redden, but 80 degrees even, not only in Milton, but also in Millsboro, and just 1 degree warmer than that in Delmar. Where are we now compared to yesterday? We're 10 degrees warmer now than we were yesterday in Salisbury, 7 degrees warmer than we were yesterday in Georgetown. So we're basically warmer everywhere. Now, as far as tonight is concerned, instead of talking about 50 degrees even, we're talking mid to upper 50s for the overnight lows for most of the Delmarva Peninsula. For the next 12 hours, listen, we're going to drop down into the 60s by 9 o'clock. Then we'll drop down to 60 degrees even by 1 o'clock and probably stay right about there in most locations except the farther inland you go. See, along the shore, we're going to keep that heat, but inland, we're going to lose it pretty quickly. 7:30, 60s, 70s along the shore. By 5 o'clock, 70s everywhere, pretty uniform, no cloud cover. Thursday, we start seeing some clouds moving into Ellendale and Seaford near Highway 16. But then we see thicker cloud cover bubbling from the south by Thursday afternoon, temperatures in the 70s with the winds coming out of the northeast. One quick note for Francine, now a hurricane, Category 1, down in the Gulf. And I only mention this because this is the big weather story, because Francine's supposed to rip right along the Mississippi River and swing into the Ohio Valley region, and the remnants might eventually swing in our direction. Let's summarize our forecast. Clear as a bell tonight. And then for tomorrow, 82, cool hand sunshine, not Luke, but sunshine. And then a few more clouds moving in by Thursday with a high of 79 degrees. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling Extended Forecast.
Paul, thank you. Honoring those we've lost and appreciating those still with us. That is the goal of the Remembering Patriot Day event today in Georgetown. Walter Koopman is a Korean War veteran that hosts these events with panels, displays, and speeches, as you see. Koopman says it's about more than just his experience.
These exhibits and all, to allow the public to come in and see history and try to keep a legacy going, whether it be about Pearl Harbor, whether it be about Normandy, the Tuskegee Airmen.
This event is hosted annually right before 9/11. Coming up, AirPods or hearing aids or both. The newest way Apple is helping you not only listen to music, but hear better. Stay tuned on CoastTV News at 5.
From gentle ocean breezes to small country towns, Sussex County has it all. That's why you need a real estate company that is familiar with it all. Mann & Sons offers decades of experience throughout Sussex County. Whether it's helping you purchase your forever home or find the perfect vacation rental at the beach. Trust our experience. Trust Mann & Sons.
For over 30 years, the difference is clear. Mann & Sons Real Estate.
This weather's brought to you by
Mann & Sons Real Estate.
We're clearing out inventory with big store-wide discounts. Get to Johnny Janosic now and get up to 70% off store-wide. Plus no interest for up to 5 years with no down payment and no minimum purchase. For a limited time only at Johnny Janosic.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation where we bring the showroom to you.
Is your garage door in need of an upgrade or a repair? Then Clark & Sons Garage Doors can help. We believe your garage door should be more than just functional. It should be a reflection of your personality and style. With over 60 years serving the entire Delmarva Peninsula, Clark & Sons delivers quality craftsmanship and exceptional service every time. We provide free estimates on new garage doors. Plus, we offer comprehensive maintenance services to ensure your garage door stays in perfect working condition. So call today and discover why Clark & Sons is the name you can trust.
We're clearing out inventory with big store-wide discounts. Get to Johnny Janosic now and get up to 70% off store-wide. Plus no interest for up to 5 years with no down payment and no minimum purchase. For a limited time only at Johnny Janosic.
Dad, I need your help. I am in over my head with this house. I've got buckling floors, doors that won't close, sick kids, and a frustrated wife. Did you call Dry Zone? No, I called the cheaper guys. You've got to call Dry Zone. They're the oldest and the best. Just like you, Dad.
Protect your largest investment with Delmarva's local choice, Dry Zone, the oldest and the best.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
In your health news today, a new report found the U.S. is facing an ongoing maternity health crisis. That report was released Tuesday by the infant and maternal health nonprofit March of Dimes. It found 1 out of every 3 counties does not have a single obstetric clinician, affecting women's access to care. And in many parts of the country, prenatal and delivery doctors are leaving the workforce. Some hospitals are also closing their labor and delivery units due to staff shortages and fewer births. Apple unveiled the latest versions of its wireless headphones on Monday. The tech giant is describing the AirPods 4 as its most comfortable set yet. But get this, Apple's new AirPods Pro model will come with a hearing aid feature, as well as a hearing test that users can access on their iPhones. The company is expecting to receive clearance from the FDA soon, but the feature will be available in over 100 countries this month. Today, former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is set to testify before Congress about his handling of the COVID-19 death count in nursing homes. Cuomo is scheduled to speak before members of the House Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Pandemic. An investigation by New York's Attorney General found the New York Department of Health undercounted COVID deaths in nursing homes. The New York AG's office estimates more than 4,000 deaths were not properly reported. Cuomo insists the nursing home advisory was consistent with guidance from the CDC, among other federal agencies. Arizona-based company Eagle Produce is recalling more than 200 cases of whole cantaloupes over a possible salmonella contamination. They were sold under the brand name Candy. The fruit was sold in Michigan, Missouri, Ohio, Texas, and Virginia. The recall stems from routine sample testing by state health officials. They found salmonella in some cantaloupe sold in stores. Though good news, though, there have been no reports as of illnesses as of late last week. CoastTV News at 5. We'll be right back.
Feel the rush of adventure and the thrill of incredible savings at Gateway Subaru. Save up to $2,700 on a new 2025 Subaru Outback with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. Or save up to $2,400 off a new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. And be among the first to drive the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. Stop in and reserve yours today. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
When you're obese, you know, right? And you know the world sees you as this, but when you hear that, hey, you need to lose weight, you're like, but how? You feel trapped.
It's intimidating, and it's a really hard decision for the patient to make to proceed with weight loss surgery. Most people don't have enough information about the safety and the effectiveness of weight loss surgery.
I know that I can reach out to any person here at BB, and I can get the support that I need.
We'll do the whole carpet in the whole house for $5.
Wait.
You didn't even know how to do this. I thought you did.
We are family owned and operated, but I don't think either of you are ready to install yet. At Matt the Carpet Guy, we have the best vinyl plank and carpet in stock, bringing our showroom to you so you can feel confident in the carpet you choose.
Matt the Carpet Guy in Selbyville and Salisbury. Flooring done right.
Are you suffering from hair loss? Maybe you need to cut a few pounds. Ready to start dating again? Well, here at East Coast Plumbing, Heating and Air, we can help you with none of that.
But what we can help you with is plumbing repairs, drain cleaning, tub and showers, water heaters, air conditioning, heat pumps, gas furnaces, and sewer and water main replacements. Stop dealing with chamois that don't work and call Delmarva's top service provider.
East Coast Plumbing, Heating and Air! Or find us online at eastcoastplumbing247.com. Forget about it.
Foul odors, discolored water. Are you running out of hot water more quickly? These are all signs of sediment buildup in your water heater. And as the buildup becomes more severe, it can even cause a premature tank failure. Flushing the tank periodically can prevent these problems. FH Fur has you covered. Get a water heater flush for $49. That's right, a complete water heater flush for only $49. Act now and get a plumbing inspection free.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
Our tunnel and razor camera indicating we'll drop to 69 degrees and clear skies in Lewis. Keep up with your forecast with our weather line, sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalas, Brockstedt, and Federico, 443-880-9100. Here's a look at your exclusive Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling 10-day forecast. Beautiful sunshine for Wednesday.
Thank Thank you, Paul, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5. For more news and local weather, you can download our Coast TV News app. The Inside Edition is up next, and we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great night.